last tweets because that's just how it be.
The talent at its former team. Now we want to see.
Oh, are you already watching?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try. I'm trying to figure some stuff out here. Why is this not sensing this?
Martinez, who's upgraded the linebacker position.
Alrighty.
Speaker audio device. Okay.
Damn. And we already got 5 people watching. Welcome back, guys. How y'all doing? Well, I'm guessing you guys are here from the earlier attempt today, when we tried to do it, but then neither of us really had NBC, so that didn't work out. But why is my camera lagging so much? All right, bet.
All right, that is good.
It's
all right,
good.
so I'm gonna look a little awkward here because I want to listen to it in my ear.
Yeah.
Watch it on the screen, but still be able to hear you and comment. So I'm gonna look totally off on this.
It's all right. Listen, as long as we click play at the same time, I think it should be good. Shout out to Mike Nixon in the chat. Edward Chen.
If you want to, because right now, I'll sync up with you. Right now,
Yeah.
I am watching at the 2-minute and 52-second mark, and they're just introducing. So do you want to like fast forward to 5 minutes?
Yeah. Now let's just start right at like the 2-minute mark. How about that? Or when does it start? When they show the rules. I know they pop up the rules at some point. Yeah, let's just start like right around the 2-minute mark.
Actually, if you want to fast forward to about 7:30, go to 7 minutes. Exactly.
7 minutes exactly?
Yep.
A shout out to Mike Nixon and Edward Chan in the chat, by the way. So, okay, 7 minutes exactly. All right, bet. That's where we're going to go. And there we are.
We're just I just got past them holding together. It looks like all the wide receivers are meeting together on the sideline here.
I got Daniel Jones walking. I'm like at the 7:10 mark. By the way, guys, Javon Leak got released.
I'm at 7:21, so just catch
up. Did you see that Javon Leak got released?
Yeah, I did. Which is
I did not see that. And by the way, for anybody that wants to know how we're watching it, it's just on Giants.com. I'll paste the link in the chat right now.
Right now, I am at the 7-minute and 40-second mark.
So there's the link in the chat there for you guys. We got the helmets on the ground.
Which, almost watching is kind of like disappointment in a way. And I'll make more sense of it. All right, so they
elaborate.
They just broke huddle.
They just broke huddle. Oh, you're a bit ahead of me then.
Yeah, I'm at the 8:06 mark, 8:07, 8:08, 8:09.
Pause. I'll tell you when to press play.
All right. Give me a second here to pause. All right. I'm at the 8:14 mark.
All right. Bet. Jones throws incomplete. You could press play.
Batted at the line, actually, by Dexter Lawrence.
Oh, yeah. I remember that last night. Yo, I like the listen, the quality is nice. I mean, obviously, I was like tweeting it last night as it was happening because I was just kind of staying up to date via, Twitter and whatnot. Basically, what I gathered is that it was a very defensive type of scrimmage, which I don't know what to take for that. Does that mean our defense is really good, or does that mean that the offense is just struggling a lot?
All right. So defense TD, so blue-white scrimmage scoring rules. Defense TD, 3-and-out series, turnover on downs, force a punt, 2-point conversion, and field goal block. So that's how they score. That's how they score.
Jones connecting, is that number 82?
That's 87, and that's Sterling Shepard. And
that's 87. I can't see it.
He's down right. That's probably 9-yard gain. So he's down about the 29.
So it's basically two-hand touch football if you're not at the line of scrimmage. So offensive line, defensive line, they're doing like the full hand movements and everything. But yeah, Bradley says they.
Devontae Downs in the game, surprisingly.
Bradley says they only showed very small parts, but it's good in a way so that teams can't really watch film on anything. I definitely get that because Judge doesn't want to share too much. Jones. No,
all right, so McCoy back to pass, throws to Deion Lewis, breaks one up to the 50 and down there.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see the Wayne Gallman run. That was something that got a lot of attention last night. The touchdown run from Wayne Gallman, I think, is going to come up very soon.
Do you want me to just call the game while you're in the chat? Because I can't really watch chat and do it at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Wayne Gallman breaks one, and that was just a gaping hole.
Yeah, that was a great Great block by Shane Lemieux. I couldn't see who else was in there because the camera work, I admit,
And there was
not the
a
best.
decent block by Coleman at least. That might be High Tower.
We have a high. We don't have
Not High Tower.
Highcraft.
Highcraft. That might have been Highcraft that busted that
Tyler
out.
Haycraft or Tyler Highcraft.
All right. So Jones back to pass and gets sacked by Lorenzo Carter.
One of his, I think Lorenzo Carter had like 4.5 sacks last night. Very. Bradley says, watch closely. Riley Dixon made a field goal. Okay. At least we know if Graham Gano goes down.
Jones back to pass and big play there to Slayton. Slayton running down the field, downed at the 45.
Nice connection.
Giants territory. That helps. Or the defense's territory, I should say.
This is where the rain started.
Night.
Yeah, the rain started pouring.
Daniel Jones, play action pass, sacked by
Yeah, he got sacked by Carter. And I want to say, I put in the title as a joke, so Carter to GOAT, but
that was the third sack by Carter, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh no, Lorenzo why are they one-on-one blocking Lorenzo Carter with Toilolo?
Yeah, they had a tight end on him a couple
Jones
times.
Back to pass again, throws to Golden Tate, and that's good for a 6-yard gain. So they said that Jones was good between the 20s, and the basically drive stalled between the two, or right after they got on either side.
So basically, as they got into enemy territory.
Basically, so here's Graham Gano's highlight of his 47-yard field goal. We know it's going to be good. He's got the red jersey on. The kick is up. Good.
Let me just connect and reconnect my webcam here. It keeps lagging, but you guys will still be able to hear me.
And yeah, and you'll be able to hear me as well because I'm just calling the game because why not?
And John Doe and Edward Chan confirming that it was indeed Shane Lemieux on that Wayne Gallman play that opened up the hole. You hear? I'm pretty sure that's his
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I just have to step away for 2 seconds. I gotta go grab my son.
For sure. We got legendary Giants offensive linemen out here. The score is 10-3. It's still pretty confusing how in the world the defense scores, but it is what it is. Devon Griffin says, I did subscribe you. Thank you, Devon. Jersey Life in the chat. How you doing, man? So right now, definitely very defense-oriented. From the tweets I remember last night, the offensive line, it was either the offensive line was struggling a lot or the defensive line / linebackers were just OP. They were just overpowered. Not sure which is which. They got the commercial going right now. How did Pert play? Well, as of right now, like I said, the camera work I don't really like too much. They're not focusing too much on the line, really, for the camera work. It's definitely heavily focused on the more flashy players. They're focused on the camera on like DJ and on the running back. You don't really get to see too much of the line play, which I guess makes sense because you don't want other teams to have too much film on you. So Bradley wants to trade for CMC. Which league? Is that PPR, non-PPR? Edward says, Edward, I think you may have mistyped here. I'm not sure what you were trying to say. Okay, so Thomas let up a sack or two. Yeah, Thomas did let up a sack or two, which is once again, I'm like, not sure how to feel.
All right, go ahead.
We got Joe Judge mic'd up here on the sideline.
All right, I apologize, guys.
No problem.
I did not expect my son wasn't here. He was over at his grandmother's, and all of a sudden she just, surprise, he's there.
Devon Griffin says to let you know that he subbed you up as well, OGR.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ask Hugh Henry on the field here. McCoy with the ball, and
I see Sean Chandler. That's somebody I haven't seen in a while in a Giants uniform on the field at least.
Number 36. McCoy fakes the handoff, throws to Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley down the sideline.
Saquon just doing Saquon things.
Yeah. I mean, that looked probably about a 15-yard gain. There. Oh, this is the one they challenged to see if he stepped out.
they challenge. I mean, come on, man. Never challenged against Saquon.
Well,
Joe Judge should know better
Joe
than
Judge
that.
has to get practice on his flag throwing arm.
All right, OGR, continue to call. I don't know what is up with my camera. I'm gonna try and fix this real quick since we're in between plays.
All right. So right now, guys, it's just Sean O'Hare. I don't have the chat up, so if you guys ask any questions, I'm not going to be able to answer right now. Very problematic for Scarter. So Daniel Jones under center, back to pass.
I'm still looking at the chat. So
deep down the right sideline and threw it right to the back of Bradbury, incomplete. Slayton, the attendant.
So what do you think about that, OGR? People were saying that GJ struggled, other than his 2 completions, I think, to CJ Board, and then obviously the one to Slayton, he did struggle a lot, is what I heard.
Jones back to pass, throws, and that was batted away by Darnay Holmes, intended for Sterling Shepard. That was just an excellent play by Darnay Holmes. That was right on Shepard. Maybe overall, just slight behind. Yeah, but it was a good play by Darnay Holmes. Got in there to bat the pass away. It was a little bit behind, but I'm not going to freaking go crazy about. People need to calm down. If they thought the offense was going to be fucking gangbusters, second scrimmage, they're out of their mind. Colt McCoy under center. Back to pass, throws, and that was batted away. His intended target. Grant Haley batted that ball away from Benjamin Victor. Good route by Benjamin. Hold there by whatchamacallit? Grant Haley. Now Daniel Jones back to pass, and he is sacked by Lorenzo again. Could have been called Leonard Williams.
Could have been called. Yeah, that was one they were arguing.
It was.
They were definitely. There was one play I remember seeing a tweet about from a couple reporters whether or not it was a Leonard Williams or a Lorenzo Carter sack. Either way, Carter played his mind out this game.
I went live with David today, and a lot of people are concerned about the offensive line and Daniel Jones. Mm-hmm. People made a big deal about the fumble. A channel we should not be named. Nice play by who was that? Slant to Coleman right there.
Corey Coleman, listen, man, if this man can stay healthy, Corey Coleman could be really, really nice for us.
I was always impressed when we watched him against the Browns.
Devon, we're playing ourselves. It's a scrimmage. It's definitely
so Colt McCoy back pass.
But it's also,
and that's caught by Bachman for about a 5-yard gain. So good move there by Bachman.
Better than nothing. Alex Bachman and David Sills, by the way, OGR, 2 wide receivers I really weren't expecting.
Nice play by Coleman. That was a back shoulder throw.
It's a damn good catch, too. OGR, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So I was saying Alex Bachman and David Sills, 2 wide receivers we didn't really know that we were going to hear this much from. What are your impressions of them?
So far, so good, man. I mean, yeah, I got to see if they're going to make the team before I really, make my total thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Graham Gano, another field goal down Broadway.
Graham Gano looking real nice for the Giants, at least accuracy-wise.
Yeah, it was Graham Gano. 47-40.
This man looks so happy just to be hitting field goals again, bro.
I mean, and he's not hitting any slouches either. I mean, 47.
Yeah, that was right down the middle. That was straight accuracy.
I mean, we got our field goal kicker, guys, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
All right, so Joe Judge's talking right now, so I'm not really worried about what he's saying. So I'm going to go back to the chat here. So actually, not a lot of people are saying, because right now, if you guys are listening, Joe Judge said he is not happy with the run defense. So we've been getting after the quarterback, but we haven't been stopping the run.
And he also said on the offensive side of the ball, he's not too happy with the amount of missed opportunities that the offense gave up in terms of drop passes, the offensive line messing up, and then, leading to so many sacks and whatnot.
John Doe 230 says Graham's a sniper. Nicky says if we play the Giants every game, we can go 8-8, maybe. You can get
listen, bro. We play the Giants every game and we go 8-8. We're winning the Super Bowl. I'm telling you right now, OGR.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder how much Daniel Jones can, get used to playing the Giants that much, though.
The Giants are not any slouches to play against. So for the Giants to really go up against the Giants and have a giant game, it would be a giant expectation for them.
As a Giants fan, I'm really confused about who I should root for in that scenario.
Well, it depends, man. Are you feeling blue one day? Are you feeling white one day? It all depends. Are you feeling red one day? They bring back the red jerseys.
I mean, I'm white right now, so I'd want to be blue, right?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yo, you're in the Giants locker room there, bro. Give us the inside scoop of what just happened when they ran in for halftime.
Right now, Corey Coleman was drunk on the field. He's barfing in the trash can behind me. Dexter Lawrence is doing jumping jacks, believe it or not. It's kind of odd.
What about Lorenzo Carter, the MVP so far?
He's kneeling in the corner and praying to Lord Jesus. He can't believe the half that he just had.
Wildbat 909, he says, Dan's pocket presence worries me still. Sorry if we talked about it. We didn't talk about it, even if we did. No need to apologize, because that's a good thing to bring up.
Bad Dog made a video on that today. So, I mean, you're not the only fan that has that concern.
I didn't even know Bad Dog made a video on that. I'll give my opinion on that, then I'll let you speak on it, OGR. Considering this was a non-live tackling because it's two-hand touch type of thing, scrimmage, I'm definitely concerned that a little bit concerned with his pocket presence, and that, you know, maybe he wasn't taking it seriously. Who knows? Maybe he wasn't looking at it as like a actual game, and maybe that plays some part into it. Either way, I definitely didn't expect him to really be caught off guard like that. What do you think?
Right now, I'm actually listening to Dave Gettleman because I do want to listen to this, so I didn't quite catch what you said.
That's fine.
Every time I hear Dave Gettleman, his voice gets more raspy. Is he up to like 3 packs a day? Jesus.
Nah, he's a cancer recoverer. I don't think he'll do that.
Oh, there we go. He might have
did get played, John. Though it was I don't know with which team, whether it was the first team or second team, but Pert was on the field. Is Gelman leaning on something? The man still looks weak, bro. Is he fully recovered?
Well, no, I'm pretty sure he's fully recovered from cancer. I'm pretty sure he was in remission at the end of last year.
I just see him leaning on something. The raspy voice. I'm concerned for Dave Gelman.
Wow, I mean, they had a lot of one-on-one against the outside linebacker, putting Levon Tulalolo there.
Yeah, I will say at least 2 of the 4 of Lorenzo's sacks came from him lining up against a tight end.
Let me ask you a question, because Dave Gettleman's really not saying anything special. Let me ask you a question, because Dave Gettleman's really not talking about anything special. Javon Leake was cut. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody was really rooting for him. Does that mean that Polting, whatever his face there is, the kid from Austria, is he impressing, or somebody else impressing? Because now we know it's going to be Saquon, we know it's going to be
Dion.
We know it's going to be.
Actually, no, we don't know if it's going to be Gallman. We don't know how many running backs are rolling into the season with, whether it's 3 or 4. So they're rolling in with 3. I
think you're going to have 3, possibly 4. Potts and Grummer probably goes to the practice squad, if anything.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think Hillman's staying unless he really impressed last night.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and shout out to Matt 88s. I really think that Wayne Gallman probably impressed them a lot with his performance last night, and he's probably been doing well in camp, because I think we were probably just gonna roll in with 3 running backs plus the fullback in Elijah Penny. That's the thing I think we were gonna run in with. I think Leak was probably coming for Gallman's job, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Sandro Platzgummer like that, so I wouldn't say he's necessarily impressing. But I mean, he's still there, and Javon Leake is gone, so that's also something to keep in mind.
Which does that mean Corey Coleman has a handle on the kick returning job? Because they were using Javon Leake as a kick returner last night.
I think it all depends on how much they want to use Coleman in the actual offense, right? So if he's going to be the number 4 receiver, you know, one of the backup receivers, does that mean he's going to have less chance? They're going to use him less on punt return, kick return, so that he doesn't get injured? Or are they going to use him a lot on special teams and whatnot? I really do think the returning job is going to end up with one of these undrafted guys. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Eat.
We got Saquon on the sideline, Nick Gates, Cam Fleming. That's basically the first team. Nick Gates looking like he's going to be the starting center. So if he's going to be the number 4 receiver, one of the backup receivers, does that? John Doe says, I haven't heard from That's good That's good from a tackle, I suppose. I would hope it's good from a tackle because we're not really hearing much whether it's bad or good. But I will say, I mean, Mark Colombo speaks highly of him, so that's definitely something to keep in mind as well. Shout out to Calvin.
Wow. Joe Judge just having him hustle off. Hustle on.
Shout out to Calvin in the chat. He says, what's the issue with Clowney? And why hasn't the team picked him up yet? You'd love to hear your opinion. Thank you. Thank you, Calvin. Listen, the issue with Clowney is I think it's going to be the same thing that it was last year. He's not going to get picked up until the last minute before the season begins. Clowney hates training camp. And so he's probably doesn't even want to get picked up until after training camp. That was an issue last year as well. He wasn't traded until after training camp. And in addition to that, I don't know if teams are comfortable bringing him in right now to test him out physically and whatnot. But he's definitely going to get signed after training camp. What do you think, OGR? This man OGR is locked in, guys.
I am. I just watched Cooper Rush throw a completion to, it looked like Barkley. I couldn't quite tell. And or maybe Goldman, sorry. And Cooper Rush back to pass, throws, touchdown Wayne Gallman, baby.
The video angle sucked. I'm guessing to not give away schemes and alignments. While back, I agree with you. The video angles suck. I couldn't see anything line-wise, defensive line versus offensive line-wise or anything like that. Would you say?
Hurt was in with the third team there.
But
look at Cooper Rush.
No, Matt 88s. Please, God, no. Don't do it. Please, no. Please. I mean, I know we're down to safety, but nah. I think we're good without him.
No, we don't need Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas is a move for a team that wants to win now. If this is next year in the Giants, we're feeling that we're on the cusp of making the playoffs and we're one safety away. Let's say McKinney goes down with injury again. Then, yeah. Actually, no, that block was Slade, not Highcroft before.
Chad Slade?
Yeah.
I didn't even know Chad Slade was on the team.
Good. WTF. Look at that. Straight ahead speed.
Yeah, I see.
Wow.
You think maybe it's going to be a situation? You think maybe it's going to be a situation where they cut him and then sign him later on or something like that?
I don't see why you'd get rid of him.
I mean, it's happened before. The Giants have done it before. Just cut somebody and sign him later on.
With Perth, Smith.
Oh, BJ Hill. That's somebody we haven't seen in a long time.
Slade. Oh, my God. Holy Jesus. BJ Hill.
I thought there was no live tackling. BJ Hill said, no, forget that. He literally just slammed to the ground.
Whoa!
What?
Ooh! My Lord. Who is that missed assignment? Somebody's getting cut right now. Blue is up on white 20-16.
What about Logan Ryan? Maybe. Yeah, he might be too expensive. I'd consider it. I won't count on it happening, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure Darnay is going to lock up that slot corner spot. It's just a matter of getting somebody for the second outside, but it might be Corey Ballantyne the way it's trending right now. So, yeah.
I'm just listening to Joe Judge. He's mic'd up. He's choosing which way he's going to kick.
What is Judge saying?
We got 52 plays at half. Nice. He's coming on to DJ, but does not need to fumble. He said I like almost everything we've done in that half, though. I don't know what they were doing because he liked it.
The thing is, though, the offense didn't even seem like it was producing that well in the half. So, I mean, does he mean fundamentally wise is what he liked?
It must have been because we don't know what they're looking for or what they want to coach in the scrimmage. What I'm saying is maybe they weren't just going all out. So Cooper Rush. with
Bob,
Caden
if
Smith
it's still,
doing
I
great.
could send the link again for you, Bob. If it's still going right now, we are watching it on Giants.com, bro. Okay, so John Doe says,
Yes,
and this is to your question, OG.
and that was complete.
They cut Leak to make room for safeties that they'll try out and cut some after try. So, like I said, Javon Leak might be signed later on.
Derek Tomlinson with the catch for about 8 yards. Nice little turnaround route. Former Jet, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Eric Tomlinson, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. That was Levon Toololo. Sorry, never mind. I am horrible. I cannot read. Cooper Rush under center. Hands off. And that's maybe a loss of a yard.
Nah, they gained probably like 1 or 2.
No, that was at the line of scrimmage, bro.
I'm looking at the yellow line. He was past the yellow line.
No, he was not.
Yeah, he is.
Fester.
I thought it was
Octavian Feaster.
Yeah.
I am horrible.
Oh, yeah, OGR, just look at the chat real quick. I have a comment pulled up that answered your question.
No, I heard you read that one.
But yo, my boy RJ McIntosh, bro. I want to see some more from RJ McIntosh. I think he's a very
Feaster and again hit Feaster famine and it's short. Bob Papa, I love you. All right, so it's gonna bring up.
So we cut Javon Leak, but we keep Feaster. Is that what's happening?
Oh, don't tell me that's either delay a game or false start.
There's a flag. False start, I think.
Yeah, false start.
Yeah, I saw the rolling of the hands, and I was like, oh my god, the one offensive line, which
61, that was Highcroft.
Oh man. Repeat 4th down.
And they're going to punt it away here.
Hey, at least Ryan Conley was on the field. He didn't see practice for a long time. Noteworthy person that wasn't in the scrimmage at all, Blake Martinez. And Joe Judge continues to maintain that it's nothing serious, but he's been gone for a while now.
A lot of these guys, they go by the GPS information, and that's how they determine they arrest them.
What's GPS information? What is that?
So basically, they have GPS trackers on the players, and it reads, G's, speed, cutting, all that stuff. Kind of what they do at the combine. And if the GPS says, "Hey, these guys have been killing it out there," they give them a rest, because that's why they gave Evan Ingram a rest. He wasn't in this game either.
Yeah, but at least we're seeing Evan Ingram on the sideline. I don't think Blake Martinez is on the sideline. I don't think Blake Martinez was on the sideline at all.
Haven't seen it all on the field. Mac.
Who?
Mac.
The DT?
No, the wide receiver.
Oh, Austin Mack, because I've seen Dalen Mack on the field for sure. I haven't seen Austin Mack on the field at all. That is true. Where's David Sills? I don't think I saw Sills either. There's a couple of people on there that I either didn't see, which could be the bad camera work.
39, Alex Taney back to pass. The throw, and that's caught by
Benjamin Victor, right?
No, Benjamin Victor's 9.
Who's 6?
Prince Smith Jr.
Prince Smith Jr., okay.
And White 22-0.
22-20. Where did this come from?
Alex Taney back to pass, throws, and that's caught by Corey Coleman. Coleman had a good night last night.
Yeah, he's having a nice scrimmage. I was about to say a nice game, but he's having a nice scrimmage.
4 seconds to go. Graham to go with the game-winning field goal. It's good, and Blue walks it off. Blue eats white all day, every day.
Can I just say that I love that all of Gano's field goals were straight down the middle, like not even one swing way or the other, just straight down the middle.
And that's pretty much it, guys, as far as the
Hey man, I gotta criticize real quick, man. I don't like the way they put this together. This was a little too fast paced, and you couldn't see that much. I kind of understand.
If they go any slower pace, they're going to be giving up too much information to other teams.
No,
I knew it was just going to be a highlight package.
Information on the teams if the camera work was better, but you could still pace it better with showing the same amount of clips. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as one play is over, they cut to the next one. That's in post editing. I think they could have paced it out a little bit more. And then also, The commentator should have definitely let us know when the defense scored, because when at the end there, I was like, how'd they get 22 points?
They gave you a list of like 4 and outs and whatnot. They get 21. I mean, I think Joe Judge probably thought about all that whole point system. I got to give him credit on that.
Mm-hmm. So what is at the end here?
Javon leak. I need to take a leak. That was Ligma, of course.
I mean, so we could take you guys' questions. You know what I'm saying? We could do a live Q&A section right here, right now, because the rest of the Giants.com thing is just interviews that you could catch anywhere on the Giants website or on their YouTube channel and whatnot. So, I mean, yeah, man, let's talk about Javon League then. So what do you think about that? You think they're going to sign him later? John, though, let us know.
I hope he makes the practice squad because I don't expect him to stay out very long.
With his speed, nah, somebody's going to pick him up for sure.
So they...
What?
Speak real? Okay, no. For some reason, like you looked like you were in a Godzilla movie, and it was like
the bad dub.
Yeah.
But I mean, Leak is not going to stay out there. He's going to get picked up by somebody. Corey Coleman, great game. Lorenzo Carter, the GOAT game. I saw a lot of memes last night saying that Lorenzo Carter was better than Lawrence Taylor. I mean, if he could get 4 or 5 sacks in a game, sure.
Question: why is Madden 21 trash?
This is a rhetorical question, right, Ligma? It's ironic, right?
Step away for 5 seconds. You gotta check the
for sure. Madden 21 is trash because it is Madden 20, but worse. They focused on this new game mode called the Yard that has its own glitches and isn't even a fun game mode as they advertise it to be. Their own version of NFL Street, which EA made years ago and they don't want to make again, but they're like, let's bring him back in the form of the Yard.
Apparently, I just like grabbing duplicate bottles of water.
No, I definitely saw what you're talking about with the web. I'm going to have to just grab a new webcam. It's been giving me problems for like the past week. I guess my phone is no longer going to be good as a webcam. I might have to get an actual webcam off of Amazon or something.
Yeah, I hear you.
Other plays that stood out. So Corey Coleman, I hope he's going to be used a good amount as a wide receiver. If he could stay healthy, then that gives me a lot more confidence in the wide receiver depth because we still got undrafted free agent guys that are doing their thing, man. Alex Bachman, David Sills, and then the guys from this year, Austin Mack, all those guys, man. Look what John Doe says. Leak should
have let the gallbladder outplay him.
I mean,
hey, at the end of the day, gallbladder is a pro's pro. He's been there, done that, and it's done what he needed to do. So,
listen, man, gallbladder. I didn't even know that was a nickname for Wayne Gallman. He's gonna prove everybody wrong this year. Who says so? Every single Giants beat reporter, because they say that every single year when there's one good play from Wayne Gallman. They're like, they just love how Wayne Gallman runs. I don't know if you guys follow the Giants.
If Kyle Lowry's out, that should be a 90% chance.
He says the chances that we beat the Raptors game. How long? What was he? He exited the last game. He just literally ran off the court, right, with some type of injury. What was the injury?
I don't know.
In terms of the NBA, what games are being played today? I know I'm going to be looking at Lakers Blazers, which, by the way, I'm going to be in my Discord chat for that, for a watch party for that, if anybody wants to join. What other games are there today, OGR? Any that concerns you?
No, not really. I mean, obviously, I'm a Celtics fan, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd love the Celtics to get off to a 1-0 thing. But to me, I just think the Celtics are better than most everybody in the East except for the Bucks. And to me, it's like, do we have enough to beat the Bucks?
Evan Collins, the scrimmage already ended. It was yesterday, but I'm going to post a link in the chat for you where you could watch it. They put it together in a 40-minute video. The actual scrimmage itself is probably like 15, 20 minutes. I'll be honest with you within that video.
We went live. We fast forward through the first 7 minutes because it did nothing basically, and that was like the fastest 20 minutes of my life.
Yeah, it was definitely. Listen, I don't know if you're gonna be disappointed. I was, but I understand why I was disappointed. You can't show too much film out there, so teams just know what to do when you play against them, especially in this time. Ligma, Nah, bro, you're a glizzy gobbler. I'm not. You're probably a glizzy wizard, bro. I don't know.
Oh god, that's great.
I mean, yeah, unless you guys got any other questions, we might end it here. That was definitely a lot quicker than I expected it to be.
Yeah, that was a hell of a lot quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Sajid, are we making a leak video? I mean, I might make one tomorrow. I just won't have the time right now. You know, it's night. I'm gonna definitely have to get a video out soon. The last time I made one was Wednesday, but you guys already know I'm back at college with this semester and whatnot. I'm gonna try and get one out maybe tomorrow. What about you, OGR? If you did not make one yet,
I did not make one yet. I'm gonna try and make one out tomorrow. Maybe record another one. It's just so like to me. What did I really watch in that?
that's what, bro. You're like so quiet after it. I'm like, I don't know what this man's thinking right now.
Because it's nothing. It's literal nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I saw nothing of importance. I didn't see the fumble. I didn't see why it was fumbled.
Yeah, they did not. That's a good catch. That's a really good catch. They did not show DJ's fumble.
Because they know if they did, the New York market's already all over it. So, I mean, to me, this is a bunch of just mountains out of molehills. And I expect the defense to play better than the offense because we know that defenses, it's easier to get the swing of things. I expect the Giants to struggle for the first 6 weeks of the season.
I'd probably extend it to the first 8.
Regardless. And to me, it's not a big deal. And, if Daniel Jones has a whole bad season, okay, I could see that. But it's just wait and see approach, really. I mean, I hate to say that.
I mean, that's how it's going to be for the entire team, especially the offensive line. I see that Sajid says Giants fans give up on QBs faster than Gary Sanchez gives up on games. Nah, we give up on offensive linemen faster than Gary Sanchez gives up on games because we're going to give up. We're not we, as in me and OGR, because we recognize how the offensive line is going to play. But there's going to be a good amount of Giants fans that might give up on this offensive line too quickly this season. They're going to struggle. They're not going to get off to a hot start. I mean, you saw them struggle or you didn't see them, but you know that they struggled in this scrimmage. They're going to struggle, like OGR said, for the first 6 to 8 weeks. Offensive line is not going to get the hang of things, at least in the first half of the season. Rondo says, I'm a Raptors fan. Watch out for Ibaka and Powell. They broke an all-time regular season and playoff record, 100 points from the bench. What do you have to respond, bro?
We have the deepest bench in all of the NBA. I mean, yeah. Most teams 1 and 2 is better than the Celtics 1 and 2. But from there, the Celtics 3 through 12 is some of the best in the NBA. Who's going to argue that?
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Did the Celtics bench ever score 100 points in a playoff game?
Does my Celtics bench need to score 100 points when you have Kemba?
Well, it's not like the Raptors bench needed to score 100. They literally just rested all their starters because that game was over.
Mm-hmm. And Ibaka is a starter on most teams.
Not anymore, man. I think at this point in his career, he's definitely a 6-man type of guy.
Nikki says great stuff, guys.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Clippers have the best bench in the NBA. Thank you, Nikki, by the way. Yo, listen, the Clippers are probably the best overall team in the NBA. I don't know about best bench, but what do you have to say to that?
Hey, that's all I say is I look forward to beating the Clippers in the NBA Finals. I'm a Celtics fan.
This man really thinks they're about to go to the NBA Finals, bro. You really think you're about to get through either the Bucks or the Heat, which I think that's the next series, right? The Bucks and Heat. That's going to be a very, very good series to watch. I'm excited to look at that one. But I don't think you guys are getting through either of those teams, man.
Ooh.
I don't think Celtics could stand up against them.
Definitely not.
Ibaka's averaging 19. Powell's averaging. Okay, John Doe coming in with the heat, man.
So what are your starters doing? That's what I want to know.
And Sajid says you got to make the NBA Finals first, OGR, in response
no sweat. It's the Celtics. Come on now. Who's the most winning franchise in the NBA?
Isn't it the Lakers?
No, it's the Celtics.
Yeah, I know. I was doing that to irk you. To be honest, the Eastern Conference Finals, we win. It's Celtics versus Giannis. Let's see. Who are the Celtics facing next? Who are they facing next?
We're facing the Raptors right now.
You're facing the Raptors. So it's Celtics, Raptors, and Bucks Heat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I actually think the Celtics, they have a pretty good chance. Those are just 2 really good series. because I think the Celtics and Raptors are going to match up really well, and then the Heat and the Bucks are just going to be a more exciting one in my opinion.
I really feel bad. I was just looking at my phone real quick, and Butcher's Block and Patriots talks doing the Red Sox and Nationals. Oof, I feel bad for him. I gotta tune in and just ask, why are you doing that to yourself? The Red Sox suck this year, man.
I mean, apparently the Yankees are not doing so well either, man. What is it, a 7-8
Well,
game
but at
losing
least you guys have excuses. You have bad coaching and injuries.
Yeah.
We have
John,
everything.
John Doe says Gordon Hayward is a big blow.
Hey, he'll be back in 4 weeks. Let's go.
Is he? Is that like it was? Are you guys going to last another 4 weeks?
Hell yeah.
Calvin says, if things don't go well for the Pats, does Belichick get a pass this year? Yo, Belichick gets a pass for the rest of his career, man. He's the greatest coach in NFL history. At least in my opinion, he gets a pass for the rest of history, the rest of his coaching career. They could, as Belichick is there for another 5 years, the Patriots could stink and be the worst team in the league, and he still would get a pass because he deserves it. He earned it.
I hear you.
John Doe says Fred 22, Siakam 20, Kyle 19, regular season only, 12 playoffs, but great defense. Yo, John Doe's really coming at your neck with these stats, bro.
Yeah, he is. He is. I mean, hey, you know what? Credit to your Raptors. They had a good season. It just ends now. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, Ojo, I'm gonna ask you to do is pull up some stats for the Celtics, because I mean, Jason Tatum been performing real good in this NBA playoff bubble.
I should let the play on the court speak for it.
Nah, but you just ignoring him. You letting him win.
I'm not letting him. He's got great stats. I give it to him. So what happens does all these stats matter if the Celtics are 1-0 after tonight?
I mean, the Blazers were 1-0, and then now they're down 3-1.
I hear the Blazers, but that's the Blazers. We're talking about the Celtics. So if it's 1-0, really, what shit talking is he going to do to me?
Listen, man.
I like the play on the court.
Look at what Ligma says. Oh man, I think you really Ligma. Listen, Pascal's a good dude, bro. He don't deserve that. Pascal's a good player, man. Ligma also says the Heat are going to shoot themselves out of the bubble. I mean, everybody thought that with the first round, and here they come in and they beat up on the Pacers team. Although I will say it's a very injured Pacers team.
I thought it was today, but yeah, it might be tomorrow. I don't know. Either way, we're going to be 1-0. So what am I worried about?
The game is tomorrow. Celtics, Raptors. Let me just pull it up. Celtics, Raptors.
I thought they were playing tonight, but Bobby would be covering that game if it was. So.
And apparently Google doesn't even want to give me Celtics versus Raptors. Yeah, it's tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. Oh, John Doe says Tatum is averaging 12.5 points against them.
Yo, it is what it is. What's Kemba averaging? What's Brown averaging? Like, we got weapons.
Lowry going to put up a lot of donuts in the playoffs. Yo, I can't lie, bro. Kyle Lowry in the playoffs, you can't trust him, except for last year's playoff run, obviously. But Kyle Lowry in any other playoff series, you can't trust him, bro.
I mean, team stats for the Celtics, 113.7 points. That's 9th in the NBA. 46.1 rebounds per game. That's 8th in the NBA. By the way, we have no true center on this team. We have 23, or we only average 23 assists. Okay, not the best, but points allowed were 107.3. We're second. Okay, not bad.
Hey man, listen. At least both of your teams are in the playoffs, man. My Knicks are sitting out the bubble. They're probably going to be sitting out the playoffs for another 5 years or so.
So,
King Justin says Chris Middleton seriously needs to get his act together, or Milwaukee will lose to Miami. He still hasn't been shooting well, has he? He's had a terrible shooting percentage so far. I don't know if you've been keeping up with any other team other than the Celtics OGR, but Chris Middleton has been pretty trash in the playoffs so far.
I agree.
So he had 21 points with 7 of 16, 3 of 8, 10 rebounds and 7 assists. That's an alright game. But considering he's supposed to be the number 2 star right next to Giannis, it's not good enough. Dollar Beer says, sorry I'm late. Can we recap the scrimmage? Sure thing, man. OGR, give him a quick recap, man, because, I mean, it was pretty short. So the recap
Blue beat White 23-22. Daniel Jones only really looked good between the 20-yard hashes. We couldn't score after that. He was 4-and-out in his first 4 drives. He was able to get a field goal on another. Graham Gano was 3 for 3 and hit the game winner. The run game was okay. Saquon played throughout the game, different places.
With different teams.
4 sacks. Leonard Williams had 1. Kyle Fackrell had 1. So defense played good against the pass, shitty against the run, and our corners made plays throughout the field, not batting down passes. So honestly, it's a scrimmage. I'm not going to take too much away. Maybe you'll take more. We'll see.
I like the last point you made as well. It's like nobody really knows how to judge this, because pun intended, because we don't know how much Joe Judge actually wanted to show us. And by the way it was shot and put together, you could tell he didn't want to show us anything at all. There was really nothing of importance that happened, so to say.
I mean, Corey Coleman looked good from the highlights, at least.
Oh yeah, you forgot to mention Corey Coleman did look good. Players that look good that we forgot to mention: Corey Coleman. We already talked about Graham Gano. Darnay Holmes looked good in several. Like, we barely got to see him because the way it was shot, but he looked good. Shane Lemieux had a nice play on the Will Gallman touchdown run. Yeah, that's about it. You couldn't really judge too much from the offense and defensive lines because of the way the camera movement was.
Agreed.
Raptors have no all-stars. I will violate their players in 1v1s. Ligma, they're still professional basketball players, man. I think you need to chill unless you're LeVar Ball or something, who was better than Michael Jordan in his prime. Let's not forget that. LeVar Ball in his prime is probably the best basketball player of all time. What do you think about that, GR?
LeVar Ball's the GOAT, bro.
LeVar Ball is the GOAT, hands down, bro. Who is Michael Jordan when you have LeVar Ball on your team? But yeah, guys, it looks like your questions are slowing down. We're gonna end it right here. I mean, it's like we said, it was a lot shorter. Not really anything too much of importance. Thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you to my boy OGR. I'll let you close it out, man.
Whoa. So John Doe, real quick. John Doe said, "Think of me when we spank you." Likewise. Okay. You know what? The Raptors. Who did the Raptors play? Nobody. Celtics had a harder team to play. The Sixers, in my personal opinion. That's just my opinion. We'll see, my friend. We'll see. When we're 1-0, I want you to think of me and this smiling dome right here. Let's go.
Stone Cold OGR Austin. A shout out to Michael in the chat.
Stone Cold OGR said so.
Bronze B Squad said, "Hold up. All right, we're gonna hold up, bro." Oh, he got a new profile picture, bro. It's no longer this. It's no longer this. The new pose is this. The new pose is this. There's a new BBS pose. Where's PTA? Where's PTA? He says he only got 5 minutes, man. Yo, whatever you gotta say, Bronze B Squad, you better toss it in right now.
Toss it in, we're getting ready to leave.
We're getting ready to dip. But this man, yo, shout out to him. He got a new. He said, man, they violated my old profile picture, the BBS pose. I'm gonna go with a new one. The next time BBS poses, PTA pressured me. He says PTA pressured him. Oh man. But yeah, man, that's it, guys.
Make you run a lap, so you had to do a new pose.
Exactly. Before I close out, let me actually get this Discord link for you guys, because I'm gonna be in there at around like 9 o'clock whenever the Blazers and Lakers game starts. There's always a watch party there. You know, it's usually me, Mike Nixon, a couple of my friends. Sometimes a couple of other of the subs. We have a good time. But that's it for now, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. OGR, I'll let you close it out.
So I appreciate you having me on. That scrimmage was terrible.
Low-key was.
It was terrible. I learned nothing. And if any Giants fan is going to take anything valuable away from that, please drop it in my inbox or leave a comment and tell me what you took as a positive or negative. Because even if our defense did well against our offensive line, do you trust the defense to do well against the Steelers? I don't know. Either way, guys, for me and the Hub, peace out. I'll catch you on the next vid.
Yeah, we'll catch you then. In response to Dollar Beer, Monday, Madden stream.